Welcome to Cisco Tech. Our topic is ER model or entity relationship model. We will learn about the basic concept related to ER model. Entity relationship model defines the conceptual view of database. Database means related data. In entity relationship model, we define the conceptual view of database. It works around real-world entity and association among them. At view level, ER model is considered well for designing database. Okay, we will learn about related definitions which help in constructing our architecture of ER model. Okay, first of all, we will learn about entity. A real world thing, either animate or inanimate, that can be easily indefinable and distinguishable. For example, in a school database, students, teacher, class, course, like uh, in creating database, we have to create related data. That related data are represented in the form of entities. Like when we will discuss about the record of students. When we will discuss about the record of student, we have certain requirements. We want to know about the phone number, name, parents name, and location of student. These are entities. Like in a school database, students, teacher, class, and courses offered can be considered as entity. All entities have some attributes. Okay. Entities are further divided into attributes or properties that give them their identity. An entity set is a collection of similar type of entities. Okay. Entity set may contain entities with attributes sharing similar values. For example, okay, student set may contain all the student of a school. Student set, when you talk about students, then you want to collect the information of all the students in a school. Likewise, teacher set may contain all the teachers of school from all faculties. Entity set need not to be disjoint. Okay, now we will learn about attributes. Entities are represented by means of their properties called attributes. Entities are real world animate or inanimate data that can be easily indefinable or distinguishable, or any property. Attribute. Entities are represented by means of their properties called attribute. All attributes have value. For example, a student entity, like you want to create the table which in which you collect the information of students. Student is an entity. Okay. Now the properties of students are name, class, age. These are attributes. There exists a domain, a range of values that can be assigned to attributes. There are few limits regarding to attribute. For example, a student name cannot be numeric value, like it is related to their data types. When you want to create an entity like name of students, when you have to create any entity like students, the column of name is their attribute. Names are stored in the form of character data type. It cannot be numeric value. For example, a student name cannot be numeric value. It has to be alphabetic. A student's age cannot be negative. Okay, now we will learn about types of attribute. There are different types of attributes like simple attribute, composite attribute, derived attribute, single valued attributes, or multi-value attributes. First of all, we will learn about simple attributes. Simple attributes are atomic values which cannot be divided further. For example, student phone number is an atomic value of 10 digits. Like your ID card number have specific digits, or limit. These are simple attributes. Composite attribute. Composite attributes are made of more than one simple attribute. For example, a student's complete name may have first name and last name. This is known as composite attribute. Composite attribute is made up of more than one simple attribute. Okay, now we will learn about derived attributes. Derived attributes are attributes which do not exist physically in database, but their values are derived from other attributes present in the database. For example, average salary in a department should be saved in database. Instead, it can be derived. For another example, age can be derived from date of birth. Like derived attribute is not specified, but you can collect the data or collect the derived attribute from some simple or composite attribute. Like if you have saved the date of birth of any student, then you may derive the age of any student. This is a derived attribute. Okay, now we will learn about single value attribute. Single value attribute may contain any single value as it is clear from its name. For example, social security number, multi-value. Multi-value attribute may contain more than one values. For example, a person may have more than one phone number, email addresses. These attribute types can come together in a way like single simple single-valued attributes, simple multi-valued attributes, composite single-valued attributes, or composite multi-value attributes. Okay, entity set and keys. Keys and attribute are collection of attributes that uniquely identifies an entity among entity set. Okay, entity key is attribute or collection of attributes. When you collect attributes or give an attribute that uniquely identifies entity, it is called a key. For example, roll number of a student make her identified among student. Like from any from any attribute of a student that identifies the student, it becomes a key. Like there are different student of same name in a class, but you have students name is their attribute. Okay, but these attributes are identified by some specific words. Like you have four students of same name like Alex, Alex 1, Alex 2, Alex 3, Alex 4. But you want to identify these attributes, you have to design or set a key. Okay, the key or set will be their guardian or father name, mother name. Okay, now we will learn about superkey, set of attributes that collectively identifies an entity in a entity set. Candidate key, minimal superkey is called candidate key, that is superkey for which no proper subset are a superkey. An entity set may have more than one candidate key. Primary key, this is one of the candidate key chosen by the database designer to uniquely identifies the identity set. Okay, now we will learn about ER diagram. As it is clear from its name, entity relationship model, ER model, entity. You have learned about entity. Now we will learn about the second part, which is relationship. Thus, as it clear from its name, relationship mean association. Okay, the association among entities is called relationship. For example, employee entity has relationship, has relation, works at with department. Another example is the student who enroll in the some course. Here work at and enrolled are called relationship. Relationship set. Relationship of similar types is called relationship set. Like entities, a relationship to can have attributes. These attributes are called descriptive attributes. Degree. Degree of relationship. The number of participation entities. The entities that are participating in a relationship define the degree of a relationship. Like binary. If two entities are associated or taking part in any relationship, that then the degree of relationship is 2. If three entities participating in a relationship, then its degree will be 3. If n array number of participating entities, then its degree will be n. Okay, next topic is mapping cardinalities. Cardinality means number of entities in one entity set, which can be associated to the number of entities of other set via relationship. Cardinality means number of entities in one set that are associated to the number of entities of other set, which may be one to one, one to many to one, and many to many. First of all, we will talk about one to one mapping cardinalities. In one to one mapping cardinality, one entity from entity set A can be associated with all at most one entity of entity set B and vice versa. Like in an example, you have entity set A and you have entity set B. If one entity from set A coordinates or have association with cardinality of set B, then it is called one-to-one mapping. One to many. One entity from set A can be associated with more than one entities of set B, but from set B, one entity can be associated with at least one entity. Okay, from set A, one entity can associate with multiple entries of set B. But if you move from set B to A, it is a restriction in one to many relationship. Like set B, from set B, only one entity can associate with one entity of set A. In many to one relationship, more than one entities from set A can be associated with most one entity of entity set B. Okay. In many to one, more than one entities can have relationship with the one entity of set B. But one entity from set B can associate it with more than one entity from set A. Many to many. Many to many, it is simple. One entity from set A can be associated with more than one entity from set B. Okay. Our today lecture was ER model or basic concepts of ER model. Hope so you will like it and all the confusions you have in your minds are cleared. Thank you.